Okay, Totodile, go!
Hi, I'm Professor Silver, and today I'll break down the history of Ash's Totodile, detailing his many adventures as a dancer, brawler, and all-around good time. Totodile debuted in the Totodile Duel, only 4 episodes after Squirtle left Ash to rejoin the Squirtle Squad. Like Squirtle, Totodile was a water-type starter that offered ample comic relief. He was special, however, in that he loved to dance. Out of all of Ash's Pokemon in the series, there was arguably none who loved life like Totodile. Whenever he was summoned or just plain happy, he would dance his heart away and jump for joy. Initially, both Ash and Misty wanted Totodile's merriment for their own. They each tried to catch him outside his home in Johto, but neither Misty's lure nor Ash's Pikachu's electricity did the trick. It wasn't until Ash and Misty threw their lure balls at the same exact time that Totodile was finally captured. Since neither Ash nor Misty knew whose Pokeball had taken hold, they settled ownership through a best of 3. Although Misty fought well, Ash won Totodile in the end thanks to his Chikorita trouncing Staryu and his Bulbasaur defeating Poliwhirl. Totodile was immediately loyal despite never bonding with Ash before capture. When Team Rocket tried to steal him only moments after the best of 3 had concluded, for example, Totodile established his willingness to take orders by blasting off Team Rocket with Bite, Scratch, and Water Gun. Of course, since Totodile was full of personality, he also bit Jessie's hair and danced up a storm. Following the capture, Totodile starred in the episode Love Totodile Style. During the episode, it was revealed that beyond being a world-class dancer, Totodile was also a helpless romantic much like Brock. Totodile was such a Casanova that Brock took him under his wing so as to help him win the heart of an Azumarill. Although Azumarill rejected the Big Jaw Pokemon's advances and opted for Golduck, Totodile was none the worse for wear. A chip off the old Brock, he rebounded by pursuing a Quagsire. Given that Totodile was in tune with his emotions, it shouldn't be a surprise that he maintained several strong friendships throughout the series. Besides Pikachu, his best friends were arguably Cyndaquil and Chikorita. The 3 starters bickered at the start of the episode a hot water battle, but became friends by story's end. Notably, during the adventure, Totodile revealed his noble nature by saving Meowth from injury. When questioned why he would do such a thing, he said that all living creatures, no matter their allegiance, were deserving of help. Thereafter, due to the filler-filled nature of Johto, Totodile and his friends could often be seen bonding in random episodes. Totodile loved to play, but he was still a reliable ally when Ash required his help. Beyond softening falls with Water Gun and ferrying Ash through the water, he also regularly fought Team Rocket. In some of his more notable Rocket battles, he blasted off Weezing in Troubles Brewing, defeated Arbok in the Heartbreak of Brock, scratched Victreebel in the Same Old Song and Dance, and triumphed over Wobbufett in the Dunsparce Deception. Despite the wins, he once lost to Wobbufett in the Ice Cave. Besides the trio's Pokemon, he also battled Butch and Cassidy's team in the Fortune Hunters. In addition to Team Rocket, Totodile also featured in many of Ash's other Johto battles. Unlike his fellow starters, however, his battle record left much to be desired. He beat Lisa's Granbull in the Spell of the Unknown, but then lost to Entei in that same film. Losing to a legendary was nothing to be embarrassed about, but getting twice defeated by Whitney's Miltank was an entirely different story. Though he lost to Miltank's rollout in both a Goldenrod opportunity and a Dairy Tail ending, his trenches helped Pikachu win. Totodile's losses were especially disappointing, as he wouldn't battle at any other gym during the entirety of the saga. When Totodile was presented with the opportunity for redemption in Imitation Confrontation, he found himself totally outclassed against Duplica's Ditto. He laughed off Scary Face, but embarrassed Ash by not knowing Hydro Pump. His troubles further compounded in Rhydon when a wild Rhydon flung him into submission. If that wasn't bad enough, Totodile also lost to Janine's Onix in the fight for the light. That said, to be completely fair, Onix only won because it had been coated with water-resistant polish. Unfortunately, no such excuse can explain why Totodile almost lost to a Golem in the wayward Wobbufett. Golem tanked Water Gun, activated Double Team, landed Dynamic Punch, and nearly won with Tackle. Totodile only survived the match thanks to Jessie's Wobbuffet using Counter. All in all, it wasn't until Ash entered the World Cup that Totodile finally came into his own as a brawler. During the preliminary rounds in Octillery the Outcast, he defeated both a Seel and a Shellder. Later, in the first round of the final competition, which took place in the episode Dueling Heroes, he fought in an iconic battle against Christopher's Kingdra. Kingdra started off strong with Whirlpool and Water Gun, but Totodile still won in the end. To do so, he danced through Hydro Pump, ignored Smokescreen, bit Kingdra's nose, and sent it flying. In spite of the win, however, Totodile was totally outclassed by Misty's Poliwhirl when the two fought in the perfect match. Totodile dodged several attacks and landed Skull Bash, but Poliwhirl won in the end thanks to Bubble and Double Slap. Upon the tournament's conclusion, Totodile continued his existence as a mid-level brawler with a spotty win rate. He fell to a Ninetales in Just Waiting on a Friend, but revealed his untapped potential by beating a Charizard that Team Rocket had borrowed in One Trick Phony. Charizard landed Dig and Iron Tail, but Totodile countered with Headbutt, let off Scary Face, jettisoned himself into the air, and triumphed with Water Gun. Had Totodile evolved then and there, he would have made for a major bruiser at the Johto League. Though Ash thought about evolving Totodile in the episode Ringmasters, he never pushed the idea. It's a major shame, as Feraligatr has regularly been portrayed as one of the strongest water types in the anime. Likely because Totodile didn't have the strength of an evolved Pokemon, he fell to Dorian's Lanturn in Just Add Water. Lanturn stopped Scratch, landed Takedown, Tank Slash, used Spark, and won with another Takedown. I've always felt that Totodile's loss was a huge letdown. Dorian was a water-type specialist who wanted to establish the Coastline Gym, so Totodile's winning the battle could have redeemed his loss to Misty and made up for his lack of usage at the official Johto gyms. In a way, Totodile's usage in the film Pokemon Heroes offered some conciliation. Although Totodile failed to win the Tour de Alto Mare, he put up an awesome effort against Misty's Corsola and reigning champion Ross's Wailmer. Part of the reason he lost the race is that Latias sabotaged his efforts. While training for the Johto League, Totodile fought a Sneasel, and pop goes the Sneasel. At the battle's start, he fell for Feint Attack, missed Water Gun, weathered Slash, and lost a Shadow Ball. At the league itself, in Love Pokemon style, he went to war with competitor Macy's Slugma. He dodged Flamethrower, stood up to Double Team, and landed Water Gun, but left the battle without a win as he later lost to Electabuzz. It's in the league semifinals in the episode Playing with Fire that Totodile truly triumphed. Ash's rival Harrison had captured the Sneasel that had previously defeated Totodile, so the battle presented a major opportunity for revenge. Although Sneasel dodged Water Gun, Totodile intercepted Metal Claw, danced his heart away, and won with a Tail Slam. He then fell to Harrison's Hypno's usage of Hypnosis and Psychic, but the loss doesn't detract from the fact that Totodile had earned one of the best wins at the league. Both in its debut and at the league itself, Sneasel had been established as a Pokemon so powerful that it could easily sweep league-level threats. Following the league's end, Totodile made his home at Oak's lab. During the Chronicles spin-off series, he appeared in Showdown at Oak Corral and Journey to the Starting Line. Notably, throughout the episodes, he hit Phanpy, got saved from Snorlax, feuded with Butch and Cassidy, and thwarted the evil duo's nefarious scheme. When Ash returned home from Hoenn, in the right place at the right time, he introduced Totodile to Glalie. Totodile was thrilled to see Ash and make new friends, but I imagine that he would have been even happier had he been used at the Battle Frontier. Although Totodile missed out on the Battle Frontier, he returned for the Sinnoh League in an old family blend. Unfortunately, he didn't actually fight in the tournament itself. Instead, he chilled with Corphish, bonded with Ash, and battled Team Rocket. For many years thereafter, Totodile did little but cameo whenever Ash visited Oak's lab. For example, he posed for a photo in the Black and White finale Dream Continues, and hung out with Corphish in the Sun and Moon episode Alola Kanto. All that said, starting in Journeys, Totodile and the rest of Ash's reserves began to have a more notable presence on his team. Alongside his friends, Totodile greeted Ash in Advice to Go, and helped him train for the Masters 8 in Friends, Rivals, Lend Me Your Spirit. Additionally, he also watched as Ash battled in the Masters 8, appeared to Pikachu as a Spirit Vision during the battle with Leon, and celebrated his trainer's ascension to Monarch. Soon after Ash defeated Leon, Totodile rejoined his team as a rotating reserve. In the To Be a Pokemon Master series, he appeared in the episode A Fated Face-Off. Like his other comebacks, he could be seen alongside his buddy Corphish. The comeback was poetic, as during the episode, Ash and Misty battled over a Clauncher. Their competition was highly similar to what happened when they both wanted Totodile. Besides the passage of time and the Pokemon they fought over being entirely different, one of the biggest differences about the showdown was that Misty finally won. While Totodile didn't do much of note during his reappearance, it's worth noting that he maintained his cheery and playful personality just like he had in every single appearance beforehand. As that concludes Totodile's history to date, let's get to his battle record. Totodile won against Jesse's Arbok, Jesse's Wobbuffet, James's Weezing, James's Victreebel, Lisa's Granbull, Shellder, Seel, Christopher's Kingdra, Team Rocket's Charizard, and Harrison's Sneasel. Not counting the loss to Janine's Onix, he lost to Jesse's Wobbuffet, Entei, Whitney's Miltank, Rhydon, Misty's Poliwhirl, Ninetales, Dorian's Lanturn, Harrison's Sneasel, Macy's Electabuzz, and Harrison's Hypno. Move-wise, Totodile used Water Gun, Bite, Tackle, Headbutt, Scratch, Slash, and Scary Face. When it comes to personality, Totodile is one of Ash's most fun and engaging Pokemon. Unfortunately, his dancing gimmick, while enjoyable, isn't enough to save him from a legacy of mediocrity. Although we glimpse moments of epicness when he battled Kingdra, Charizard, and Sneasel, the lack of consistency in his usage and strength ultimately leaves him stuck in Squirtle's shadow. I think Totodile's storyline could have been vastly improved had he evolved, started in at least one gym battle, returned for the Battle Frontier, and been given more unique moves like Surf, Attract, and Blizzard. All we can really hope for Totodile at this point is that he one day receives the redemption he deserves when Ash finally returns to the series or in a new movie. On that, class is adjourned. My name again is Professor Silver. Until next time, catch you later.